you were really like impulsive before, it's like, everybody, let's wait. I actually spoke to my psychologist, and what he said was, when you're in this situation, you're going to use these mental exercises to make sure, and you become like...
No, I was only 14.
Like
I was 14 at the time. I threw a hissy fit, and...
what's the upload? Let's do a speed check first. Speed test? So we can see the upload, and then we can separate it.
That sounds like the game Darkest Dungeon.
I love Darkest Dungeon.
You fix like
It's
your
the
own
most-
heroes.
it's
in
the-
the game because there's so much annoying. It is great.
Are we live?
We're live, yeah.
Yay!
Woo, sorry about the.
So it says the stream health is green.
Okay,
Your
cool.
viewers are happy.
That's good.
We use both the functions.
There's some on the other side.
Oh, there's.
Yeah, I've got one here.
Hello, we will be back momentarily. Come on, Murray, we're on live.
Murray?
We're live. We're live.
No, we got one.
Are we really live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
So-
maybe not.
So last thing we were left. I was left hanging.
Oh,
Yeah, what was
Sorry.
the last thing the chat saw?
Just a sec. Sony can see the stream. Okay, we've got visual of you sitting down. How about you, V? Can you see
I'm
anything?
hitting you guys. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. That's good.
Yep.
Okay, looks like we're back.
Cool. Let us know if we're not back.
Last, we lost 3 people in the...
Oh,
That's all right.
what?
Okay, we'll get it back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hanging off a cliff in desperate need of help, and all I get is, "Do you need some help?"
No, I didn't say do you. I said you need my help.
I'm a little bit lower than that. I needed to go to some effort. I got at least
Yeah.
halfway down the
Yeah.
cliff.
That's right. I think that's right.
Yeah, there's a rope, and then he's hanging onto it, so I'm actually manfully in my peacoat, hanging on the side of the cliff with one hand. Very, very Luke Skywalker-esque.
Right.
Which hand?
So you could have just lowered the rope.
My injured hand, because that's how. No.
You could-
Hang on.
Don't
Did you
do
hear
it.
that? Did you hear that?
No,
He's hanging on with his injured hand.
No. I'm
That's how
holding onto
powerful.
the rope with my good hand. I'm hanging my injured hand down to you.
Great. We'll see how this goes.
I grab onto your injured hand really tightly.
Are
And
you putting your full weight on this, Dolly?
I think I trust him, because if I ever lose my way, but when I do, he is the only person I look to for guidance. So yeah, I would trust him with this.
Oh. Do you want to roll act under pressure to
nice.
hold a
Loving
person's
it.
weight
You
with
assisting?
your
Are you
injured
hindering
hand?
this? I'm acting under pressure. Here we go. Balance -1 on balance. Oh. I roll a 4.
A 4. So
Even
Even
with
with
assistance,
assistance,
I'm not
that's
helping.
not-
You know what I'm going to do? I am going to try and help. I know it doesn't matter mathematically, but at least I want to say that I tried.
Good. So,
So whose fault was it? Was it the person who rolled an 11, or was it the? I don't want to.
Oh, if only we could apportion blame in life based on dice rolls.
I know. I don't want to make a fault the academic who thought he had enough strength to carry me.
well, in fact,
Oh.
what happened is that as soon as Dolly grips onto your injured hand, it starts throbbing, and although you try your best to grip a
Do
hold
you
of
let
it,
go of me?
Oh,
Do you let go of me?
you do let go. But in that split moment, Dolly grabs the rope. The shock of the rope shaking is enough to make your other hand let go of the rope, and
Oh.
Dolly grabs your other hand.
So I saved him.
Yeah, so now you're in the reverse position.
Boom!
No. So you were going to ruin
Life
that. You were
debt.
going to ruin
Life
that.
debt.
You
times
you were
two.
going to ruin that by talking over the,
You're going to be like my
the
Chewbacca.
story brewer. Now shush.
Yes.
You're going to be like Chewbacca, my life. You're going to have to give me a life debt now.
And you're having this conversation while you're hanging from this rope and
Ah,
You
Dennis-
owe me!
Oh my God.
Dennis paid. Ah! Ah!
So
I've
I'm-
got a saber. I've got a saber. I've got a sword.
Well done. I'm so grateful for you. So I go like this, and to his surprise, I start climbing down the rest of the Instead of climbing up, I start
Are we going
climbing down.
down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm still, I feel like I'm almost in a mystical trance, like as if I'm not really in control of my own actions. Because let's be honest, I normally wouldn't be able to have grabbed the rope with my own weight and then grab someone else. That's not something I would have done. Like I couldn't have done it. It's almost beyond me. Something's in control of me,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of using that
That's
as
cool.
a means of way down.
I'm calling up to Barty. We're going down.
Cool.
Aye! Why are you going down?
Why are we going down?
I'm just like, we need to get to the patch. Come quickly. We need to
get to a patch.
we need to, but we have to. We've got to go. Like, hurry up. Let's go.
Can I, at that moment, given that she's talking badly,
Yeah.
you know, because she doesn't believe in me and she believes that I'm a complete fool
Well, accurately.
and is now being influenced and walking to it like a zombie. Can I sense what's beyond and see if I can
Yeah.
sense what she's sensing?
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna
I'll
do
see
that.
if she can get my vision in her head. Yep.
Smashes it. Why didn't I get that one? I'm trying to catch you. Not incur a life debt.
Because
If only I could apportion blame to dice rolls. That's an 11.
So I think we'll do exactly what you said. So Dolly, you make your way down to the water, and Mateus, you're kind of behind. You're behind Dolly, and Dolly sort of like, because you were going towards the boat, right? So
yeah, well, I'm going towards the boat, knowing that the boat goes then.
Takes
to
to
the,
the water.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So you step into the water to untie the boat, and Mateus, your foot sinks into the water too. And as you both enter the water, you suddenly feel and understand what the other person earlier felt and understood. Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
I got what they felt, and they got what
So
I
you get
felt.
sadness with a bit of hope
Yeah.
thrown in.
Mm.
And I get voices out there, and I call the party. Listen for the voices.
And as you're in the water, the singing, which sort of faded while you were hanging on the rock,
Just
comes
huge.
back to you.
It's as if the vibrations of the sound come through the water
Yeah,
itself.
exactly.
Can I, when I listen to the voices, are they?
It's just
Are they?
what-
But is it like a chorus? You know what I mean?
Sorry.
These.
I
you
just
killed her.
I just sang something that killed her. I think. Never mind.
Paul, I'm sorry. So we've got this. So is it like a chorus? Is it?
It's one woman.
Okay.
It's the voice of one woman.
was singing, man? Oh my god.
I
What
was
were you singing?
thinking again.
This stuff, isn't it me? Wouldn't you think my collection should be? Wouldn't you think, yeah? Sure, I got everything. I got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got who's it and what's it galore. I got thingamabobs. I got
This is-
money.
Can I say?
Okay.
Can I,
I-
no.
So
This is
horrified
this.
and impressed.
No,
You
this-
have impressed us, mate, or frightened me.
Yeah.
Can I say? I need to roll sanity. I failed.
Watching CM dancing.
All right. I'm going to come down onto the beach
Yes.
after climbing down the cliff, and go
What
and
the
test
hell
them.
are you guys doing?
And yeah, where are we going? What's?
I'm almost in a trance, just
Step
going.
into
Follow
the
me.
water.
I'm going to do a little bit better than that. I'm going to kneel down into the water and I'm going to
Yeah.
smell it and taste it.
Okay. So did you want to roll sense?
Sense what's beyond.
You're going to have your beard blown off.
7, 9.
I'm going to assist.
9. Yeah, you can do
Well,
that.
hang on, wait, I don't need to.
Because you got +1.
Because I got +1.
Yes.
Don't even need my
So I get to 10.
Cool. Even the singing did not distract you from the +1. I'm glad. So
Distracted me.
So you
We're on a
you suddenly as you do that and you look up over the water, you see a light in the distance. It doesn't look like human light, it looks more like moonlight,
Yeah.
but the spot it's coming from is impossible given where the moon is in the sky.
Right.
It's not, yeah, it's a reflection, but not.
And you know
where it
this is
should be.
connected to everything that you guys have been
And what
experiencing.
is it in the direction of the area of water that we're wanting to go to?
Yes, it is bang on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a helpful
Oh God. a guiding
Thing,
light.
yeah,
Like
guiding
a-
light.
Yes, what are they called?
The will-o-wisp.
No, the fairies that light the way.
Will-o-wisp?
Will-o-the-wisp.
Will-o-wisp,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, like that kind of hanging light over the water.
Okay.
Like made of moonlight.
Can I grasp the shoulders of my two
Mhm.
sailing companions
You could try.
and point at it?
Yeah, you can, and you guys can see. And suddenly, when
We can
you
see.
grasp your shoulders, you can see it too.
Right.
Nice.
As a person who knows how to sail very well,
Mm-hmm.
And a rowboat.
I'm just gonna, get the sails down, get going, and start doing my thing, which is to
Yeah.
take charge, lead, and
I thought
And
your
move
pride
forward.
took full harm. I thought your pride fell.
oh, my pride was amazingly rebuilt as soon as I caught you. Like whatever pride I'd lost, catching you and being the real hero, and some would say knight in shining armor, but
Yeah, but
I don't want to go too far. That would just be a step too far. But catching, it's almost as if I caught you in my
That's right,
embrace.
I've got a sword.
Yeah. That's all you care about.
And while this discussion is taking place, you guys have got in the boat.
Yep.
It's a small fishing boat. It's about right to be crewed by 3 people.
Yep.
You've put the sail up.
Yep.
You've unhitched the moorings,
Yep.
and you've set off into the dark night.
Does it have a anchor?
The boat, yes, it does have. It has like a small anchor.
It's more of a stone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
And you can't see much in the black, dark water, but the moonlight that you saw acts as a beacon to guide your way. But as you sail further towards the light, the currents begin to act strangely. It's almost like the current's trying to divert you from the point that you're heading for. What do you do?
Talk to it.
I like the idea of tacking sort of into the current and seeing if we can.
So something's like
Sort of-
stopping us, is it?
Yeah, it feels like it's trying to like sort of divert you from turning your boat towards that point.
Can
And
we?
you notice that, like
The
you
wind.
noticed earlier, yeah, the wind is pushing out. There's no birds over that point. Even the like what you can see of the fish don't seem to be going towards that way.
So as if life itself is trying to get away from that spot.
Something's pushing you away from that spot.
Can we talk to it? Can you talk to it?
Oh, commune.
I can commune with the ocean.
Mm.
You can try, yeah.
What would that be?
That's sense the beyond. That is, or you could try and take something out of the ocean and use think speak, like catch a fish or something.
Well, we've got the nets.
There's nets in the boat.
It's a fishing boat.
Fishing boat.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming there's nets.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's try that.
Hmm?
Is it that easy to just yank?
Catching a
out of the water?
fish, yeah.
I love
it takes you 5
This
minutes.
is 4 nerds sitting around a
Yeah.
table deciding how easy it is to catch fish.
Well,
That's
have you seen those
Like,
fishing boat? That
yeah,
net
you don't-
technique, that's really
You
hard.
don't need to roll for that. You catch a fish.
Catch a
So
fish?
just roll for your things speak.
all these fishermen in the comments are like, not that easy.
This would take a long time. It is dark. It is nighttime. How you do?
Yeah,
Hey,
magical.
what are you doing?
8,
You sensing beyond or?
8, 10.
10. Nice.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm doing the sea speaks. I'm doing my thing. Yeah, this is all a bit weird. Okay, so what strong emotions have been recently near this?
Mhm.
What words have been said recently near this? And what has been done recently with or to this?
Mhm. So
Emotions near it and is probably good. Or
No, I get to choose all. I get to choose
yeah,
3.
you get to choose
So those are my
That's
3.
success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So as you examine the fish, the sadness you felt earlier begins to wash over you, and you almost like you feel the path that the fish came through. You can feel the source of the sadness and the fish coming from the source of the sadness, and in your mind in the water you can see the path that the fish came through
Uh-huh.
to get through the currents. in terms of what has been said near this recently, it's a fish.
Yes.
So the only thing that's been said recently is the singing.
Okay.
The singing has been near this.
Hear the
recently.
singing.
Hang on.
Okay.
Can you get more clarity on the words?
So it is a yeah, no, definitely. It's like a Highland song, which is really weird because you're not near the Highlands at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
It's
So it's a sorrowful, keening.
yes, yeah. It's sort of like a sad Highland lament. It's sort of like my love and I, we sat, but now my love is gone.
Yeah. Did I hear a voice with the picture? Oh no, I don't think that was. Yeah.
It sounds very similar.
It sounds similar.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The sea is always sounding similar.
So I'm going to try and chart a course the way the fish came.
Yeah, totally.
And
I feel like I've answered one of your questions though. Was there another one?
well, there were strong emotions. What words have been said recently, and what has been done recently with this or to
Yes,
this?
that is the emotion, pushing it through the current.
Pushing it through the current.
Cool.
Okay.
So you're
So
going to tell
you
Dolly
can-
how to navigate to where you need to be.
You don't need to know how to navigate. I got this. You tell me where it is.
No. I'm going to need to navigate. I'm going to, in almost a kind of a frantic motion, I go to the back of the boat and I push you away from the tiller and I reef the sheet.
And
of
under my voice,
the,
I say, it's very complicated.
the sailing.
So you.
Can I control myself? Let's see.
Oh, you could. No.
So you already know the path. The only question is whether you can manage to navigate the boat through the current. So this is
Okay.
going to be acting under pressure.
Acting under pressure. Now that's balance, and I've got +2 on balance.
Oh,
Well, that
Pretty
works
happy
out
about
well.
that.
thanks, Ski.
Okay, here we go. This is acting under pressure is a rough ride.
That's a real rough ride if you don't. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go. 6, 8.
Hey, cool.
Oh, if only you could get some help.
So I
I'm gonna,
falter.
can I help? I'm going to help.
Yeah, you can try and help.
Dolly, come over here. Not on snake eyes, I can't.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So,
Let's see what I would have rolled if I would help you, Derek.
Success. All right.
so, but you're not helping her.
No, I can't. He rolled
Yeah.
too quick.
Def-
Snake eyes, if I remember, wasn't it? Barry?
Okay. So,
Make things worse.
but you begin weaving your way through the current.
Yes.
And you're doing well at navigating through the tumultuous waves. When suddenly you look up and you see that the beacon of moonlight that you saw earlier has formed itself into the body of a woman. And you recognize this woman instantly from the
From
picture.
the picture.
Yeah, and when you look and you see her, you sort of like falter for a moment as this is a surprising thing to happen. And as you falter, the boat shudders in the waves. Matthias, you see that the boat's faltering, so you come over to the rudder. But as you do, a wave hits the boat and you lose your footing and you fall into the water. As you fall into the water, you begin to feel really, really sad, and it's that same sadness that you felt
Okay,
earlier,
yep.
and you're being pushed down and down under
Right.
the water, and it's really hard for you to swim.
It was a primitive.
Might have been. Might have been.
So what do you do?
I'm going to grab the anchor and dive over the side.
Okay, so you grab the anchor and dive over the side, and you're trying to grab Matthias. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that is seize by force. You are trying to grab
Oh.
a
You're
hold of
sulking at the front,
Matthias.
so you don't even notice.
I'm not sulking.
But in this case, you obviously won't need the inflict terrible harm option. But you can.
No.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can aim.
I'm gonna, by pulling the rope into the general direction because he died just to the left.
Yeah, by making sure it doesn't lean down too much.
So that's what is that? That's
So that's
8 plus.
plus 1. So that would be a 9, which means you give a plus 1.
Yep.
Not enough.
So you don't have any pluses in brawn, do you? No. Okay.
No.
So you
Die.
so you go down looking for Matthias, and you see him for a moment, but then the current pushes him away from you. And Matthias, you take 1 half for being underwater for so long.
Oh, one left.
And so you've still got a hold of the rope.
Yeah.
But you don't have a hold of Matthias at all,
Okay.
and you're sort of being knocked around. And you're starting to feel the sadness hitting you as well.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, Dolly, what are you doing?
Well, I've still got this vision trance thing happening. So I'm just going to go along. I'm just going to sit on the rudder, and I'm just going to jump back on the rudder and just go straight for it. Like, I don't know if it'll work or if it won't work or what's going to happen, but I'm just going to go straight for that woman. Just like I'm almost as if the guys who I've almost forgotten that they had to come out with me on the boat because
Right.
they weren't there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go straight for the
Okay,
woman.
so you're just going to continue ahead of.
But they're anchored down. So
Well.
He's on the anchor, I'm not.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I'm going to, in my
Where's
desperation,
your sword,
as I
by
get
the way?
pushed, stuck in my belt.
how well was it stuck in your belt?
Pretty well.
It was merely a question.
I'm
It
going.
was really
Stop
just-
planting seeds. You're not a farmer. You're not a farmer.
God.
I'm going to sense what's beyond,
Mhm.
and reach out to the beyond and offer myself if I get visions and truths. All right, here we go. 7, 8, 9.
Can somebody help you? Considering I'm
He's
stuck in a
close.
trance.
You're down there.
I lost sight of you.
But through the water, you can commune.
Yeah, you're in your element, man.
Yeah, this is where this is your beyond.
I'm fine with this. I'm going to. So sometimes in the way that I'm going to give you fragments in this case is that you're going to go unconscious. So you're going to see exactly what you saw before: a fin, reaching out for you, and you're already starting to black out
Yep.
from the lack of oxygen that you've taken. And you just grab it, like you're just grasping at it.
So I basically call out to the beyond. Take
Yeah.
me. I say, take me. So not a plea, not a beg, but
Offering.
an offering of myself.
And you feel something pulling you towards the surface, and you black out.
Okay.
It'll come back to you in a
I'm
little
unconscious.
while.
And watch me go quiet.
Let's sort out what's happening to Bart, and then we'll flash back to Dolly.
All right. Sometimes the sea gives, and sometimes the sea takes. I commit my friend and my brother to the sea, and I climb back up the rope.
So you're going to act under pressure against the sadness.
Okay. I'm letting go of the anchor, and I'm still holding onto the rope.
Yeah, that's fine.
Acting under pressure. Yeah, 10.
Hit it. So
Do it. 12.
nice. So
Yeah.
you easily climb back up to the rope.
All right.
Stick your
I
head
can
above
I can
the-
feel the sadness, and I realise that it's not a part of me, and it's a part of something else. And I get to the top.
Yeah, you jump back into the fishing boat, gasping for air, just as Dolly grabs a hold of the tiller and pushes it through the currents. So do you want to roll acting under pressure for that?
I would be happy to roll acting under pressure for that. Mary, what do you think? Do you think I should roll acting under pressure? Oh, you're playing. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7 plus what's acting under pressure roll?
Balance.
8.
8. Nice.
Nice.
And I think I'm actually not thinking about myself and my well-being or anything like that. I'm
Yeah.
just pushing forward. So I don't know if that's mental stress or what, but I'm like, just go there, push. Like, I'm not even thinking like I'm probably splintering my hand.
Mhm. Yeah. So you are, you are totally focused on taking this ship through the waves, and you manage to just sort of like use sheer force to crash through
Mental
them.
just focus.
Yeah. But when you and suddenly you're just shot out into this perfectly calm, still water that you saw in your mind. But during this, because you're being so brutal on the boat, it's taken a bit of a battering, and you can see that it's starting to leak a little bit, and you're not sure if you could survive any harsh waves.
Can I also go to the fact that I think I would probably faint? I've kind of mentally prepared myself.
Right.
My one focus has been just get here, and I'm just like, just exhaustion, just.
Cool. So you crash through the waves. You're in this still water. You look up and you see the woman, like the moonshine formation of the woman above you. And as you do, you're sort of like, yep, did the thing, and then you.
That's exactly what my character would have said. Isn't that right, Murray?
Can I grab Murray? Can I catch Dolly as she's falling?
You can. I think Dolly will be fine though. Either way.
Yeah.
Can you give him gentleman marks for that?
I just wanted to
sweet.
to not hit her head. So
you are the only one left here, awake,
Right.
conscious, and you can see the woman above you. And you look around and you look into the water, and you're not surprised to see that there are no fish here. It is perfectly calm and still, but you are surprised to see that it's really clear as well, being lit up by the moonlight figure. And you can see just under the water the body of a woman, and you would expect it to be rotten, having been out at sea, but it's actually perfectly preserved, as if it was someone who just died. Red hair wafting in the water.
I dropped Dolly.
Yeah, just like catch, drop.
Donk. Ooh, sorry. No, I lay Dolly down and I go over to the red-haired woman and I reach into the water and reach underneath her and pull her up into the boat, and I look up at the woman in the moonlight and sort of give askance, you know, to I guess see with her if this is right.
Yeah, she nods at you and then sort of waves goodbye, and as you take the woman on board, her body sort of, the moonlight body sort of shoots up into the sky and sort of dissipates and vanishes. And in the same moment this happens, the sea returns to its normal state, so the calm dissipates. And the currents that were there before aren't there either. It's just what you recognise as the natural rhythm and pattern of the sea.
Okay. I sort of snap out of it and realise that we're again on the open ocean, and I grab the tiller, pull in the sail, and turn the prow for the land.
Cool. So while you're making your way back to land, and this takes a little while, Matthias, you regain consciousness.
Yep.
You're on a beach, and there is a giant seal looking at you.
Right. Okay. I weirdly look deeply into the eyes of the seal.
You splutter. You're still you've regained consciousness, but you're really not feeling good.
Yeah. But I'm looking deeply into the eyes of the seal, and I'm gonna. Do I read its thoughts? I think I might read its thoughts.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm going to read the seals.
You
Do
gotta
it.
read the seals.
Yeah.
There's another, not a person. That's fine.
Yeah, read,
Yeah.
Read another's. Yeah. 7, 8, 9. Ooh, one of those questions.
Oh, this is all good.
Isn't it?
I
reckon, what do you need?
need is good.
Need. Yeah. Or what does this
Or
character
what does
wish
this
I
character
do?
wish I'd do?
Oh, yeah, maybe that one. Oh yeah, what do you wish me to do?
Yeah.
Cool. So you stare into the eyes of the seal, and the seal stares back into your eyes. And yeah, and you can't help but sort of think about Amy and her situation and things she said earlier, and you just get the feeling that this is coming to you from the seal somehow, and that what the seal wants is for Amy to be someone to look after her.
Okay.
And then the seal leaves.
Right.
You're gonna have this
Was
awkward
there
seal
any-
story.
Was there any?
I think you got the seal of approval.
Oh, bang!
Good night.
Literal seal of approval.
You win the game, sir.
Yeah, there's actually only one victory condition in this.
Yeah.
The seal of approval.
How did you know? That's in the
Yeah.
book.
Right, so I immediately feel a sense of duty. Was there any spark of anything between? I didn't notice. Wasn't looking to roleplay it at the time. Although the chat has been very much. I can't believe that I didn't get onto you. Oh, we'll see when we
You
get
mean between you and Amy?
between Amy and I.
No.
It's all been changed by the seal.
You
but-
didn't feel necessarily like there was, and you didn't feel like the seal. Like you didn't feel that was where the seal was pushing you. The seal
Okay,
was
okay.
more like keep safe, look after.
Right,
okay, bye.
right. Okay, not.
Yeah.
Because Elaine
Not like it's just
Eileen's
the
a
start
mother-in-law.
of
She
something
was
new, not so
creepers.
much that.
Can you just also hear in my head the arguments I've had? A woman doesn't need a man to be able to. You know what I mean? Like that's. You've heard that speech once or 20
We'll
times.
see. We'll see. We'll see.
Just
All right.
figment of your
Do I know where I am? Am I on
You're
a
close to the
recognisable beach? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Wow, that's a big.
I'm going to.
This seal is like twice the size of any seal you've seen previously.
Yeah.
So it's a
yeah.
magical seal.
Well, your seals are big.
I didn't say it was magical, I said it was large.
Seals are big.
Much like
Seal-
the seal you once killed.
Yeah, you brought that
Yeah,
up.
just.
Yeah, lucky the seal didn't try and save you. Be like, hang on, nah, stuff you, let you drown.
Can anyone else having difficulty breathing here?
Okay, I'm going to make my way back towards Amy's.
You can do that. It takes you a few hours to move there. So let's cut to Bart.
Yeah.
And Dolly, you've made your way back onto the shore.
Am I waking up
The
now?
last bit was slow going because the boat wasn't doing too well. Yeah, Dolly, you come round.
I get my hatchet and I shine the blade and take all the the dirt off it,
Mhm.
and I hold it up to her mouth to see if she's breathing.
She is definitely not breathing. And as you grab her to hold up to her mouth, you notice that the back of her neck has got bruising on it in the shape of finger marks. Like somebody's pushed down on her from above.
Oh.
And as you look at her, you also notice that there is a rusting metal object that is pinned to her dress.
I inspect it. I don't remove it, but I look at it closely and to figure out what it is.
It looks like something from the military.
Like a pin of
Military.
badge or
Yeah.
some kind of
Exactly.
Okay. All right. I pick up the body towards town.
Yeah. So
Town or Amy's?
Hovel.
No, I was going to go to town. You're at the hovel.
I'm heading back to the hall.
Ah,
That's where our
Can-
couch
Okay.
is.
can I go? Can I carry the body to the hovel? To
you
Amy's?
can go whichever direction you want, but you don't know where Mateus's character is or what.
Yeah.
Sorry, where Mateus is or
We've
what
got the
he's
card.
doing. But Dolly, what's your reaction to the
And
body? 'Cause we
3
have
I've-
couples.
unconscious.
I'm freaking out, like, because
Yeah.
I'm coming out of a trance
Mm.
to the point of where I actually, I don't know what the hell happened. I kind of like went to sleep and I had a few drinks. I played with my flags, and I've woken up and there's a body next to me. I
Yeah.
want to buy. I'm like, damn it! Like every Saturday.
Oh, so you don't remember saving my life?
Oh.
Awesome!
Oh,
Don't
but
worry, if only
that's so
somebody
perfect.
reminded me.
Yeah, no one's going to remind you. Not going to happen.
Look.
So
And I won't tell them about you pushing.
So
my
I've woken up and I've gone, what is happening?
Calm yourself. Take a deep breath, Dolly.
I love that you've gone Scottish.
Okay.
He's better than all the
I've gone all throughout the
I know.
arts in this accent. Dolly, we've got to get this woman back. She's the proof. She's the proof the provost needs and the inspector needs.
Oh my god, she's dead!
Aye. And has been the victim of some foul play.
We must take her back to Eileen. Let's go! Hurry up! This way, let me show you how to... And then I just snap back into
Aye.
myself.
Cool.
Aye,
Excellent.
Dolly, aye.
Great. So where are you going with the body?
I would take the body back to the inn.
You're taking
The
it to the
inn?
inn?
I would take it to
Yeah.
Eileen.
Okay, let's see how this conversation plays out.
Well, okay, so I know Eileen wanted proof, but
And we have it. We have to go along, and she will be the one that will be able to help us the most.
she wants proof that this woman was murdered, and we're not honor bound to deliver this woman to her. We're honor bound to deliver it to the authorities.
Well, he hasn't done anything. But wasn't this to get your tea? But like, we just need to. If we give it to him, he's likely to go along and cover it up because he works for the. What's his face?
The provost?
Yeah. He works for the provost. He's just going to give it back to him, and nothing will happen.
Aye.
You take it back so that the people can see this, and the people can then make their decision, their judgment.
Irene does run this town.
So we take it to her, and she can make a difference. If we take it to the stupid inspector, what's he do? Just drink beer?
Aye. Alright,
Do you agree?
Irene.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't.
Eileen.
Lean.
That's
Lean.
good.
Lean. Eileen.
Eileen.
As
As
in
in
like,
Eileen.
So I guess like in
Over.
these situations, the two ways to resolve it is to either agree or to you can also roll a manipulate roll.
Nah,
But
I'm gonna
agreeing
go.
is fine.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
I
good.
just think if you're going to get a cover up, it's going to be the person who works for the government by the person who runs the government about something that he did. You know, that gets covered up.
Okay.
You need to highlight this into the.
Although, and you don't know this, well you do, but you're not thinking, 3 of her thugs are unconscious at Amy's hovel that she's in.
Yeah.
Did she? No,
Oh, we don't know.
Because the thing is, I
He had a discussion.
I know that.
He had a discussion with her about whether I had said I had a plan.
But you did have a plan, and now we've got proof that your plan was
But I
there.
hadn't
And
spoken.
they.
But I hadn't spoken to Eileen about it.
Oh, okay, but now we can go back with Bonnie and say, look what we did.
Hmm.
And she will be able to be very much like, oh, yes, I didn't send them. That's what she will say, I think.
Cool.
Go wear my captain's hat.
Alright, so let's go to Mateus.
It's trudging. Yep.
Yeah, so you arrive back at Amy's.
Mhm.
She's still there holding the oar.
Right.
She
Right.
hasn't moved.
It's now a toothpick.
I take the oar. I take the oar out of her hands. Are they still unconscious?
No, they're awake by this point. Well, the guy that you hit with the hatchet is still out. Matt's awake, and he's like, you'll untie us, Amy, if you know what's best for you and stuff. And she's just
I'm
like,
going to start wiggling my oar at Mac.
He just shuts up when he sees you. He just gives you this look of raw hatred.
Or is it all hatred?
Nice.
Oh.
It's not as good as Seal.
No,
Sorry.
Oh, nothing can
Nothing,
be.
nothing can beat that.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just, it's unpunnable, that one. I lean the oar against the wall of the hovel,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to take Amy's hands
Mhm.
and I'm going to look into her eyes.
Mhm.
A seal spoke to me.
No.
I'm shutting up.
And I'm going to, like we did before with the three of us, I'm going to try and share my experience that I had with the both the vision and then with my experience and with the seal, and try and communicate through the beyond with her
Okay.
about all of the things. So the sadness and the hope and do I get a sense somehow that the seal was the husband?
You don't know.
Or just the
but,
seal
like,
says look after her?
Yeah,
Make sure she's safe.
like, you're not sure because when you read the seal, that was what the seal told you.
Okay, cool.
But you don't discount that as a
No,
serious
no.
possibility.
Yeah. Well, that was the feeling I got, was that there was some kind of
Yeah.
affection.
I don't think it is though, because when we did the first thing with Amy, with all three of us holding hands, we saw the sadness and
Yeah.
what I thought was the husband going
There was
down.
the red hair and the fin, and that was it.
Right.
So the fin and then the pushing up was what the last thing I felt, but you guys didn't feel
No,
that.
we didn't get that.
I
as
got
much.
the fin and the pushing up. So
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, and I'm communicating all of that
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for that. That's fine.
And weirdly, I am also, looking to sense and feel if there is a reciprocity of affection and duty, and whether that would be welcome or
Right.
whether it could grow into something.
I mean, do you want to read a person? Read another.
Yeah,
sentence?
I'm going to try and read another sentence.
Can I say I wish it was this easy? Hi.
You're being weird. You're just holding my hands and they're getting all clammy.
I mean, but in this, in this case, you kind of do try, like in a real situation.
Well, just to see,
yeah.
just to see.
Sense
Yeah.
what kind of vibes the other person's giving you. So.
I've had a big long walk to think about what do I want out of life. All right, here we go.
Ooh, that's
10.
not a bad roll.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, is this character telling the truth? What does this character need most? Definitely. What does this character tend to do? What does this character wish I do? Oh, that one. How can I get this character to love me? No.
To put out.
Oh, stop cheapening it. Yes, what does this character need most? What does this character wish I'd do? And what does this character intend to do?
And you can ask that in the course of the conversation. So you can ask the questions and ask if she's telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which one would you like to start with?
I think I'm going to ask what does Amy need? What do Amy and Benny need most?
Yeah. So, what? So, after you've shared your experiences with her, you have a conversation about everything that's happened and about how she feels, and you get to understand that what she needs most is some way to reconnect with the town and like end the isolation, basically, that she's been living in.
And how could that be achieved?
How could that be achieved? She doesn't really know. It could be that she's reconciled with her mother. It could be that people just don't care what her mother thinks and just look out for her anyway. You're not she doesn't know the answer to that question.
Respectability?
Yeah, that could definitely be an option. Alright.
Awesome.
Don't know how she feel about that. Wait, what's your next question again?
I like you. You're fun. You're fun.
Oh, right. Oh well, what do you intend to do?
She, as far as she just intends to, hang tight until the opportunity comes to reconnect with the town. You don't get the sense that she's about to sort of like ask you anything in that
In that regard.
regard.
Okay.
She seems still very devoted to her husband.
Right.
Oh,
Cool. Okay.
Lover.
It was just a guy, right?
Was a
Sailor.
sailor.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
His name is Alec, you find out.
Right.
Yes. And she spends a very long time positing about whether or not Alec was the seal and why her former lover would be a seal, and coming up with the answer that she has.
Maybe he's
no
a
clue.
Navy SEAL?
All right. I'm going to save my last question.
Okay, you can say it.
And then I'm going to go and grab.
What's your last
I
question?
think.
What do you wish I'd do?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, if she's dedicated to her lover, then time is not right.
Sure.
So I'm going to go and grab a bucket
Mhm.
of water,
Mhm.
and I'm going to throw it
Throw it
over
over.
the unconscious guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. He wakes up spluttering and cursing.
I'm going to rattle my saber, and I'm going to tell them that there's a roof that needs thatching, and that they're going to do it right now. They're going to do it proper, and they're going to make it look amazing. And then I'm going to cut their, and get my little serrated knife out, and I'm going to cut their bonds,
All three of them?
just the two,
Just the two.
and I'm going
That's
to
good.
keep an eye on them.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. They begrudgingly start touching
Touching
the
the roof.
roof and looking at Mac, and Mac is just like dying of embarrassment.
Right, and then I'm going
It's hard to look all tough in that
Yeah.
situation.
Yep, and then anything else that she needs doing, I'm going to, if there's any
Yeah,
stone,
yeah, no worries.
some
Fixing
dry
up,
stone walling
yeah,
that needs happening,
bits and
they're
pieces,
going to be
no
doing that,
worries.
and making the,
She's
make
pretty, like,
a hovel of
bored
it.
at all this is happening.
She's,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, and then make sure that everything else that we brought is packed away
Mhm.
nicely, and then I'm going to retie them by the hands
Mhm.
and tie them to the cart,
Okay, yep.
and I'm going to make them walk the cart back to town, and I'm going to take Amy and Benny with me.
Back to town.
Back to town.
Oh.
And I'm
Awesome.
going to lift Benny up, and I'm going to put him in the
That's
cart,
so
and then I'm going to lift
cool.
Amy up, and I'm going to put her in the cart,
That's
and we're
great.
going to go back
Benny's
to
going
town.
to be blown
So-
away by this. This is just.
Yeah, he's never seen so many people in one place in his life before already. Like,
And
now he gets to-
I'm two!
Yeah.
And now he gets to travel on a magic car.
Yeah, absolutely.
awesome. All right, let's cross back to Bart and Dolly.
Okay.
As you so how are you going to get this body through town to Eileen? And do you care about being seen or
I
not?
don't think we care at
No,
all.
I don't care at all.
I think we're just literally carrying her through,
Cool.
and everyone's kind of like, you would imagine people would be just like it's so out there
Yeah.
that people wouldn't go along and say, "What are you doing?" It'd be
Okay.
more like,
Yeah.
But we look a sight.
"Oh yeah,"
I've got a bandage over one eye that's blood stained.
and it would have been dripping down.
We're all wet.
Yeah,
You're probably hobbling from your fall.
my pride is dragging behind.
Well, no, you don't remember any of that.
I know.
It's all good.
My pride's fantastic.
So yeah, we're carrying the body into town. I don't care about being seen at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go up to the front porch of Eileen's house.
Yep.
Respectfully lay the body on the porch.
Yep.
Move the hair away from her face. Perhaps even move the hair away from the side of the neck so that the
Yeah.
bruises can
Yeah.
be seen.
You've amassed a small crowd of people that follow you, by
Yep.
the way.
So does she have like lots of defensive wounds and all that kind of stuff as well, or is it just this one particular wound that stayed?
There is.
Because I can imagine
yeah,
in an
some
abusive
bruise
relationship
marks.
there would be multiple.
It doesn't look like there's slight bruising on the arm as well, but it doesn't look like multiple occasions. It looks like it just sort of one incident.
Okay.
I look around for a small boy or a small girl in the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah, there's a girl.
I pull out a copper or a small denomination and I say, bring the provost,
Halfpenny.
a halfpenny, bring the provost and the inspector here.
So the girl takes the coin, but just as you're having this conversation, the door creaks open, and out steps Eileen, and she says, "Stop. That wouldn't be necessary at this stage."
You promised this woman justice, Eileen.
And there will be justice. I will see to it. You've done very well. Would you like to step inside? We shall take her with us, and perhaps we can talk for a moment.
About the tea. I love that. That's what we go back to. Is in the end, our victory is a box of tea.
All right. Yeah. Somebody else is going to pick her up.
Yeah. Well, she's happy if either you want to carry her or her. Ben will carry
She
her
hasn't got many
inside.
men
She
left.
doesn't
Yeah,
care.
They're all
She's only got
tied
two
up.
guys
Oh,
left.
she's
She got more than that.
more.
Yeah.
She's got a whole bunch.
Yeah. I'll pick up the body and bring it inside to the.
And you hear her say to the crowd, "Go away," and they just leave.
Man, I wish I had that power.
Power. Yes. Okay. We're
You-
inside.
You see some of them stay around, sort of peeking in the windows from the distance, but
Uh-huh.
nobody close. And you're inside, and she closes the door, and she takes you into the drawing room and asks you to lay the woman down on the couch
Mm-hmm.
and says, "You both have done very well. Better than I could have ever expected. Now, I hear your boat is missing. Has it returned yet?"
I don't know.
Jan,
Let's
has the
check.
boat turned? Jan, has the sloop?
Yeah.
I think the sloop. I think's
Sloop
back.
returned.
They stole a
Sloop is
man of
back.
war at some
Ah,
point, and
excellent.
currently on that, I
Upgraded.
believe.
I see your sloop has been returned, and it seems to have been repaired in the time.
And broken, then repaired, and broken, and then repaired a third time.
I think that it is best if you leave here tomorrow morning. I will make sure that your tea and your tea is
Extra tea.
the extra tea.
No, more. I want more tea now. I'm talking. This was above and beyond what we were required,
You-
and
You
we
go
were so-
first.
we were helped as well, weren't we? On to be able to return this woman to you.
And we lost. Our friend was lost to the ocean.
Well, I'm dreadfully sorry, but I think it would be best if you leave tomorrow morning. I will put what you've asked on the ship. I wouldn't expect you to leave without seeing it first. Plus a bit extra. And then you can go. And I will make sure that justice is done in exactly the right way.
I'm gonna hold you up there. I'm gonna say. Actually, I'm gonna read her thoughts.
Okay. Do it.
There's one woman that I would not want to get inside the head of, and that's Eileen.
That's because you're not Dolly. 7 plus
7 plus what is it?
Brains.
Brains plus 1.
Right. So you've got one question.
What does this character intend to do would be the most obvious.
You know what she wishes you to.
Bugger off. What does this character need most?
She's got to tell the truth. She will.
Yeah.
She has to tell the truth. Yeah, that's part of the...
That I think is because
Yeah, that could-
in terms of power
that
play,
That could give you some vulnerability. couldn't
yeah.
Or if you want to do something specific, you can always use how can I get this character to
it? Right.
whatever you want as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, you can definitely ask what does this character do most.
Well, how can I get this character to? Yeah, I know. I think what does this character need most? That gives me definitely a power play.
What did I say?
This
You want to
what this character needs most, what Eileen needs most, and it's very clear to you from the way she's talking and the emphasis she puts on certain things, that what she needs most is for you or anyone who might say differently to be out of her way, so she can construct a nice story around this body, and get rid of the provost or the provost's son. Permanently.
Poor Ronnie.
Where
Daniel.
are we? Daniel.
Daniel?
That's the
Ronnie's.
name of the prophet's son.
Yeah.
Ronnie
was-
works in the coast.
But Daniel's a bit of a d-bag anyway.
So says Eileen. Yeah.
Where are we at this point?
Where are you?
On our card.
You are
Walking back to
probably about 15 minutes from town.
It seems like you've got quite a bit of power here, Eileen, in this town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wonderful for it's definitely earned, but it doesn't seem you've been doing very good. Especially for us, especially. You know, you've taken our tea, and you've sent men after us on multiple occasions.
I would use that. They do what they want. I don't have any
Oh, so
influence over them.
So you don't have any power over them? None at all. They don't follow your orders or your orders only. They do what they wish.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Interesting.
What is it that you want? I've told you exactly how this is going to happen.
Well, we had help from a young woman. What was her name?
Amy?
Oh yes, Amy, and she was saying that the interesting things.
She's death carrying you, but that's fine. Carry on.
No, I
yeah,
absolutely
you
understand.
don't care,
No.
yeah.
It seems that you've done wrong by her, and we're doing right by you. And I would feel terrible if I left a woman in need, because obviously, you know, you wouldn't want to leave or ostracize people from this town in any way. You know, running it as you do. I would feel wrong if somebody who helped so much to be able to give you the information that you require not looked after.
Definitely a manipulator.
I would say so. You gonna help me with that, Derek?
Yeah.
Manipulate beauty. Oh, I suck at this.
Yeah, me too.
Not when you roll like that.
Killed it and
Oh,
killed it.
killed it.
Nice. So together you have the maximum
Yep.
possible points.
do.
Well, are you a -1 on beauty?
No, I'm a 0.
You're a 0. I'm a -1, so I only gave you 1 point.
Okay. Well, even so,
You rolled 11.
that's
You're on
12.
11, yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So-
she asks, she's like, that's family. This is business. But still, what do you want me to do?
Are we getting closer?
Yeah.
Right.
You're 5 minutes away.
Have we got people around us starting to look at the crowd and
Of course.
the outcast?
Naturally.
Oh.
Yeah. They're like, first the body.
Yeah. Great. Can I?
Next, a giant seal.
I want to grab.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
I want to grab.
it would seem
Those legendary
right.
giant ships. I want to grab one of the children that's following in our wake.
Yeah.
Go to the shipwright. Tell him to meet us at Eileen House, and there'll be a halfpenny for you when you get there.
Okay, she
Next,
runs off
next
gleefully.
child, go to the provost. Tell him to meet us at Eileen's house, and there'll be a halfpenny for you when we
Oh
get there.
dear.
Excellent.
And,
So you send two.
Oh, this is
fast
dear
runners-
God. I'm so happy you did that.
Two fast runners off to fetch those people as you careen into town on your cart, dragged by.
This is going to be the most awkward, like
Family
Mexican
reunion.
standoff ever.
Just wait.
All right, so I'm
and,
going to.
and at this point, Amy is like, "Can we get off the cart? This is not how I thought I would come back into town."
No. Okay, I'm going to grab her hands again, because we've been doing that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into her eyes.
She's like, his hands are incredibly clammy.
Every time.
Yeah. Well, she's getting used to it now.
Mm.
And I just look into her eyes and I just say, "Trust me."
Okay. She sits down and grabs Betty and they sort of just sit and
They-
wait.
They find solace in each
Yeah.
other. That's cool. Oh, that's so gorgeous.
Benny's so excited. So yeah, with Eileen, that's what I'm going to say, and just leave it there and say that family. One does not ostracize family and think highly of themselves.
Okay.
At least let people know that this isn't something that you would wish on anyone.
Okay.
Mm.
If you promise to be going tomorrow on your ship with the things that I have already generously been provided you with, I will make sure that Amy can come back into Greymore.
And be looked after by family. Family.
That's fine for me.
Like Oh, cool. Yes. Yes. Great. Okay.
Can I just say,
that's fine.
I'm calling. Can I? It's a new kind of interaction. Can I read another's thoughts on that one? On the truth, I guess I would be looking at.
What does it? Nice quote, V.
What would the character? What does he in character intend to do? Because at the end of the
So,
deal.
you don't need to roll for that because you've used a manipulate already.
Okay.
So she is so concerned that you won't go through that she intends to do what she said and make arrangements for Amy to be in the town, but it seems like she doesn't want to associate herself personally with Amy.
Okay. Alright. Well, it's your turn now.
Yeah.
Einstein,
so
let's bring in the car.
Ein who?
arrive.
Being what? Ein
Behind door number one,
And as
we
it
have.
becomes clear that you're walking to Eileen's house, or
Yes.
like the cart's being drawn to Eileen's house, Amy's like, "Are you sure this is a good idea?"
Do we even know what happened there? Like why she was ostracized and stuff like that?
Oh, it's because of the child.
Okay.
So it's either that she got pregnant before they married, which I think is what happened, and therefore she was ostracised, or she married below her station, and Eileen wouldn't have it, but she's ostracised. Yeah.
Not anymore. I fixed that. Let's see if you can unfix it.
So you arrive at the front of Eileen's house, and her men come out and stare at you, and Dolly and Bart, your conversation's interrupted. Someone saying, "Boss, I think you should see this."
It's like you've got this huge crowd behind you, the entire town.
Love it. That's what you want.
So, okay.
Yeah, and as you guys turn to go outside, Mateus, you can see Bart the shipwright arriving, and you can see on the hill where the provost house is somebody making their way down. So what do you
It's
want to
gonna
do?
hit the
Mateus? You've got
Like a
people
western.
coming out from the inside of the house.
Yep,
You've
yep.
got a crowd around you. You've got people coming towards you. What are you doing?
And you've got have you got everyone tied up on the back of the
They've got
car
3
as
people
well?
tied to the car. They've got
They
Amy and
dragged
Benny.
it all the way back here.
Yeah, Amy and Benny are on the car.
You're just whipping. Just like,
Okay. Oh, well, let's see.
So I come out
oh my
onto the
goodness.
porch and I see him at the front,
this ridiculous parade.
and I take a step off the porch and I falter and I fall down the steps and come to my knees in front of him and
You done.
weep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go and help him up.
I'm here, my child.
And I say, I tried to reach you, but the sea,
The sea
it took you.
me and it gave me back. Sorry, wrong voice. I'm not going to change that. That'll be
Yeah.
Good.
And it rejected me.
Yeah. No, I'm not reading it that way at all. No. Thank you. And I stare you in the eyes for the first time. It's just like, oh, he's holding my gaze. It's lovely. And you see that my eyes have changed to blue.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Boom.
nice.
Okay.
Born of the sea.
All right.
What has happened as I raise you up? God, so
raise
yeah,
you
my
up.
gosh.
As I thought the sea took you, it offered up the body of the woman, the provost's wife.
Much more attractive.
We have brought it back here
To Eileen.
to Eileen, and Eileen has promised to deal with the provost in due course, and has bid us to take our tea and be on our way on the morning tide.
Is this not the perfect port for your purposes?
And at this point, Eileen walks out the door,
Oh, God. I'm so like, ah!
and she is stunned into silence for a
say anything to me in that moment of silence?
Can do.
Well, perhaps. Let us talk.
Eileen looks out. As there's still in silence, you say, perhaps let us talk.
Yeah, my one moment of tell me in the back. Whoa.
Wait,
Okay.
Oh my
Wait,
god,
wait.
this is just
And
gonna go
she's
so
just
bad.
like, what is going on
Eileen,
here?
you sent men to harm us, to kill us.
That is not true.
Well, the
I
men are right
turned.
there as
I
well.
turned to them.
Matt, what have you done? Like, you know, I'm a
Every time.
respectable woman and
Respectable, I think not. You ostracize your daughter and ignore your grandchild.
Because I
In front
am
of everybody in the
respectable.
town.
You are not respectable. You make deals.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna die.
I think what you have in there proves what you wanted to prove. But I think what we have here proves that you are not who you say you are. And I think what should happen in this town is that wrongdoers should repent or pay for their crimes. And if my suspicion is true, and the crime that has been committed is walking down this hill as we speak, then he should face justice. But a mother who rejects her child and her grandchild should likewise pay.
You see a look of anger and hatred cross her face for a moment, but it's quickly replaced by a cool, calculating stare. And she says, "You were right. Wrongdoers should have what's coming to them." And she says, "Since the provost has committed a great wrong, then he shall get the ultimate punishment."
Is the investigator in the crowd?
The investigator's here by now, yeah,
Okay,
and
cool.
Bart's here as well. The provost is still
Mhm.
coming down from the hill. And she says, "I, on the other hand, I will make amends." And she turns to Amy and says, "Amy, and your son."
What's his name?
Doesn't matter.
Betty!
And the little one.
Yeah. Why don't you come out of that cart and come inside? And Amy looks at you like she doesn't know what to do. She's overwhelmed.
Okay.
Oh.
As she walks past me, I'm going to grab her hands again,
Do it.
and I am going to say to her, "I will be yours if you will have me."
When you've got that question, you can still ask.
What do you want me to do?
She wants you to stay around. And then but she doesn't say anything. She just looks at you,
Mhm.
and then
We communicate through that eye
yes,
thing, you know.
and then
Through eyebrows.
sort of in like a single moment, she's whisked inside the house with Benny and the door.
Okay.
And the door. She goes in. The body of the provost's wife comes out, and the door closes.
Okay.
And the provost arrives.
Is Eileen still out?
Eileen does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And the whole town, I'm guessing, is
Yeah,
like, this is the biggest thing since sliced bread. Like, this is like, you've got Eileen, you've got the provost, you've got the investigator.
Can I walk up to the provost?
As he's arriving?
Yep.
Yeah, he's sort of like, "What's going on here? Why are so many people gathered here?"
I clap him on his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
grab his lapel, and drag him to the body.
Great. Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for that because the crowd is helping you.
Yeah.
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 They're thirsty for blood.
Great.
And so you grab him, you drag him on top of the steps and
Yeah.
you drag him to the body.
Yep.
And he sees the body of his wife, and he kneels down, and he bursts out into tears.
Now
And
I
since
want
my
to
Ada-
read another's thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, you want to read each other's thoughts? Yeah.
And as you're doing this, by the way, I should tell you that Eileen is already going on a tirade about, like, you know, this man committed the ultimate wrong
All right.
by killing his wife, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Trying to turn the crowd.
All right. So
Narrating it up.
I got 8.
Can I help you?
I could get to 10 if you can
Roll
roll
high.
brilliantly.
How are you helping?
I'm going to help by literally going down. And I'm really confused because I can't.
She did it all, but she can't.
No. I look at his reaction, and the reaction of actually falling and weeping in tears is not something that I would think of somebody who would be one who committed this. Because
Right.
if he saw his wife, the only reason he would cry is that he's getting caught. But it seems like he's actually weeping instead of.
That's what I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out.
So
Yeah.
I'm kind of going with him and kind of just what I maybe whisper my words of
Mm.
judgment depending on how I'm going.
Mm.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Ooh,
10.
Nice.
10.
So you've got the 2+.
Okay, so I've
you
got
can
3
ask
questions.
3 questions.
Well, obviously the first one is how can I get this character to confess?
Mm-hmm. You would need to offer him a reason to confess, like as in, if he thought confessing would be the best option for him, then he would confess. But if there's nothing in it for him,
Yeah.
he wouldn't do it.
Or pure guilt, like to the point of like absolute.
Yeah, or you could try and manipulate
Well,
his guilt.
I mean, if you ask, did you kill her? You can say, are you telling the truth?
Are you telling the truth?
And then if they can't lie.
Yeah.
Well, but then he could always answer in like, yes, I killed her because I didn't look after her, and from that she killed herself. Like, you know what I mean? You could manipulate around. You got to be very. This is one of those. As a lawyer,
Yeah.
you got to watch out. These guys here know how.
So,
Sorry, just-
so I'm gonna start out by saying there is one great truth, and that is C.
Can I just ask you quickly though? Are you saying this to everybody or just the provost?
I'm saying it.
loud.
I'm saying it loudly. I'm saying it to the provost, but I want to make sure I'm speaking. I'm not speaking in hushed tones. I'm
Yes.
speaking.
This-
to every-
If I may, this would be kind of a moment where it didn't matter how quietly he spoke. This is
Yeah.
so good. This is so juicy stuff. Like Rosie from the Tavern's just like, shut up, and just trying to listen to every
Yeah,
single word.
definitely.
Quickly in front of those PC.
Yeah, but if the only reason why I ask is because if you're talking loudly, Eileen might try and stop your conversation.
Right.
But you definitely can get a couple sentences out first.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can talk privately. It's up to you.
So I'll say to him, and I will say it privately. The sea has offered up the truth of this body, and now you need to offer up the truth of how she came to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you kill this woman?
He says it's I had a moment of weakness. It's not my fault. You don't understand.
Is he telling the truth?
He's telling the truth about having a moment of weakness.
Yeah.
But that's not the whole statement was.
Uh,
It's not my fault.
When he says it's not my fault, he doesn't mean it in the sense of it's not my fault she's dead. He means it in the sense of I lost control.
Like you do when people tell you it's very complicated. Just like that. There, see. I'm going to make my way over to the investigator.
You can do that.
And I say, look at her neck. Look at the military pin stuck on her clothing. What do you intend to do now? with the evidence placed before you?
So what he intends to do is try to strike some kind of bargain
Mm.
with anyone who will listen to try and keep himself out of the hangman's noose. Out of jail if he can, but primarily out of the hangman's noose.
I'm going to touch Dolly and ask if she can make Elaine shush.
Eileen quiet.
Elaine.
Do you know what really annoys Eileen? Calling her Elaine. Like, it doesn't matter
They called
what
her
happens,
Irene
she's
before.
I know, it's just like people getting her name wrong is like her, like, ah. No, sorry.
Edith, shush.
Ah! You know what I'm going to do?
Mhm.
To get her to shut up, I'm going to start talking to the crowd.
What are you going to say?
I'm going to be like, you know, a murder has happened here. This is not for the outlaw or the outlaw or the governor to decide. This is for the people. This is, and you know, and I'm just going to smack.
She's
Oh,
like, the people can clearly see what's happened here.
But is it up for you to judge? This is not this. This is for the court. And I keep. Do you want me to actually roleplay? I can roleplay.
You don't need to. But like, she just like she basically
She starts
is like,
questioning my.
She just takes what you say,
Yeah.
repeats it with her own spin on it.
Yeah.
She's not
Mm.
trying
In
to
that-
actively fight against you because you're saying things that she
In that-
thinks she can use.
In that confusion, I'm going to go over to the investigator and ask him,
Mhm.
can you ensure that this man sees justice?
The provost.
The investigator.
No, you're asking the investigator.
Can
Was
he-
this man? You mean the provost?
You mean the provost,
Yes.
yeah.
He says, "I'll do my job. You can rely on that."
Right.
That's what he says.
Oh,
Yeah.
tend to do and tend to
Cool
do.
with that. I like this guy.
Okay, cool. I'm going to jump up on my cart and whack the side with my oar and send Mac into a bit of a conniption. And does that quiet Eileen and Dolly?
For a split second.
Cool. Hear me!
He says with the blood dripping from his
Yeah, absolutely, with my bloody oar. I'm going to say, this man, pointing to the investigator, will see justice done on this man. We need not trust a woman who would spurn her own blood.
All right.
No, he's
So at this time, there's men coming through the crowd for you
Right.
to try and shut you up.
Oh, they paid Ben?
Yeah.
Eileen's
They're
man.
trying to disguise themselves as members of the crowd.
But
They're trying to overturn the cart, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Oh, sorry.
can you really do that? The thing is, the entire town is watching. Can you really go along and have four men try and attack the person who is the exact focal point of the entire crowd? Like, sure, they could try and do it, but would they be spurred like a bit wary because everybody is watching them and know who they are because the town itself is an entity.
Yeah. So they don't care if everyone
Camera
knows who they are. They feel like their
Camera battery.
their actions are
It should be very shortly we're finished.
their actions
So we
they
got 5 minutes.
basically they don't care if anybody sees them.
Right.
They
Okay.
feel like they're above the law.
Yeah, they would.
And they're trying to tip the cart over, essentially.
I reckon you could get the town to defend.
I propose
Yeah,
a deal.
Mm.
I propose that this man sees justice through the proper channels, Eileen, not through your wrath.
Mhm.
And that other balances
He says,
stay in town. That we will stay and keep things in check. I will apply to the governor that one of us be appointed provost. And we will see that this town is governed properly.
I think let's see what the crowd think because Eileen's going to say
oh
we
yeah.
don't want our town governed by strangers that have, tied up our own and just cause nothing but chaos.
We are not strangers. We are the sea.
And then they're just like, and then you're like, don't worry, a
Sorry.
giant seal told me to say this.
No, I pointed to the sea and a
And
giant
it's
seal
like,
jumps and does a
Let me
giant arc.
rephrase, not strangers, lunatics. Yeah, roll.
What am I rolling? Gosh.
Manipulate the
Manipulating
crowd.
the
Manipulate the
crowd.
Does that include the clearances?
The
No,
time
that's,
period.
clearances are 1745, 1746 after the Battle of Culloden.
They actually, it's funny you should ask about the clearances, the Highland clearances. They actually continued into the early 19th century. So yes,
Right.
they continued into the mid 1820s around Scotland, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I was looking them up the other day to see if they fit into.
Mind you-
I'm
No, I
thinking
think
of
the
different
19th century ones are
clearances.
different to the
Yes.
to the
Okay,
loyalty.
I'm thinking of the 19th century ones.
Yeah, that was
Scrap
being-
what everything I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah, so that-
Ignore that. There was another set of clearances that they evicted
Yeah, I
more
think that's
people
land
in
clearing.
the 19th
Yeah,
century.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
which
No,
is-
the Highland clearances are when they go and say, did you support Bonnie Prince Charlie, in which
Right.
case.
So no, that was before. Too early.
It's like the American clearances that are happening now. Did you vote for Donald
Oh,
Trump?
Mhm. All right, so I'm not sure when the feed left because we just made the most
we're back.
epic roll to.
No, we got the
convince
roll.
the crowd.
We got the
Oh,
roll.
then it
and then-
died.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Good. So what are you? Let's be absolutely clear on this. What
Okay.
are you promising to the crowd?
We stay.
Mhm.
I apply to the governor to be provost.
Mhm.
The provost is taken by the investigator for justice, and that we stay in the town and act as a balance between Elaine's thuggery and proper law and order.
Cool. So the crowd cheer at the end of your proposition, and they fight the men to sort of push back the tension against your part and keep it upturned. And Eileen.
Is she
Eileen
composed as she
basically-
was as well? Is she still composed as she was?
She's not composed at all at this stage. And she sees that there's nothing she can do because her men aren't having an effect. There's too many people. So she knows that you intend to get rid of the provost, and she's like, fight this fight another day, and goes inside. Slams the door, and there's people
Amy's inside.
overriding her front steps.
Would the town rebel? I'm going to yell out, evil cannot lead. Evil cannot lead you to good.
Dolly!
I'm just gonna continue following on what you said. Evil cannot lead you to good. It must be separate. We must not let evil prevail.
So right now, like the town.
No, he just wants. I literally
yeah,
still
yeah.
Should I
believe.
take these
I still
tea
believe
bags?
These rifle-shaped tea bags.
Yeah, look, if I had another hour, that would definitely happen.
Yeah.
I would totally come out with the guns right now and be like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, like,
Oh, she's still got them, isn't she?
yeah,
Yeah.
and be like, you think these people are trustworthy? Look what we found on their ship and copy
Oh,
standards
no,
hang
all
on.
over the world.
You
I
have
don't think
you
she
have
wants to play that
guns.
game.
What were you hiding guns for?
But I won't go down that route because
Okay.
we're in the last, the end of the game. So, but it just shows you how this game can continue.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, instead of that happening, yeah, the crowd are like digging and eating up everything you guys are saying for now, and they've sort of like, you're actually worried that the provost might get lynched.
Mm.
Are you gonna do anything to protect him?
No, we're.
Yeah.
Yeah, judgment
Yeah.
is not judgment is not on the man. Like it's an incredibly religious society.
So judgment is not for man, but God. God has appointed this man to and go down the quoting scripture of
You're going to quote scripture, Dolly.
yeah.
I love it.
Dolly is inherently religious in her nature.
I'm going to indicate the investigator and say, take him and see justice done.
Cool. So you're just going to get around there, which I think
Yeah.
is good. And so the crowd sort of passed to let the investigator through, and like the investigator kind of has to do a bit of theatrics to get the crowd's part, and he grabs the provost, and the provost is like as the investigator sort of takes him off, the provost is like, you don't understand, and he's like, Eileen will have the best of this. You wait, she'll have the best of this, and the investigator drags him off.
Okay.
And there's just the crowd just listening to you guys. And
3 thugs tied to my car.
yeah, and I mean, unless you guys do anything, the crowd just sort of slowly dissipates.
Cool.
Good.
Well, I might just have a chat to my 3 thugs.
Yeah. What are you going to do? I think we should let them go.
No, all right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think they've suffered enough.
You just want to let them go.
I'm thinking that. Yeah.
No, you work for us now.
I got another. Yeah, I got another.
Yeah.
What do I do with you? One of our options was to throw you in the sea.
This is like when you cut people's ears off a board like a
No, I'm
necklace.
not cutting anyone's ears off.
That's what you.
He was a dwarf. That was Bigden Digden.
That was Digbin. No, what was it? Bigden Digbin.
Bigden Digden. No, Big Digbin Bigden. Bigden Digbin.
Anyway.
And tell me why I shouldn't kill you.
They don't say anything for a while, and then the man who knocked you out with the hatchet says,
We fixed the roof.
"Because I'm better looking than you." And then they all laughed.
Oh.
He's got you there.
we just laugh.
I'm gonna pull the sword slightly out and say that can be changed.
Oh.
And
Who do
he
you work
says,
for?
"Didn't take you for a murderer, but there's a good inspector in town, I've heard."
Oh, I think he's on his way out.
You want to slit my throat? You want to roll intimidate?
Am I intimidating or manipulating?
This is intimidating.
Intimidate.
You are physically holding a
You're
sword.
holding a sword!
I said I pulled it a little bit out.
It's called intimidation!
No, this is intimidation.
No, Murray, like this. If I'm standing there and I go, will you do this for me, Murray? And then you go, no. And then I put my hand on my gun on my waist and you go, are you sure?
I say no. There you go. All right, here we go. I am intimidating another plus brawn. Ooh, plus 0. 4. I got nothing.
Yeah, like, go ahead. I think you do it.
Well, that's all right. I thought I could persuade you to come and work for us. Obviously, alternatives will have to be found.
You're a bit too alternative for us.
Bang!
Oh, the ore!
Knock him out again with the arm.
Does he
At
get...
this time, like, Mac has managed to get himself free from
Oh!
the scuffle that's going on.
Through my nose.
And he doesn't want to fight. He just cuts the other two free. One of them is unconscious. He leaves the unconscious guy, doesn't care. Cuts the woman free and they scarf off.
Alright. I plant a swift kick on Mac's butt as he flees.
You know what we call that? We call that a bad guy, a big bad guy for another adventure now.
Yeah, we made some nemesis. Plural.
Nemesis.
Alright.
I think I'm going to take the unconscious guy and dump him on a porch.
Oh, yeah.
Since my plan to get employees completely failed.
Well, we need to go back and see where our ship is and get those guys to come into town because we're staying.
Well, I think the drinks are on Rosie.
Yeah.
Ruby, yeah.
Oh no, we go up to the Thingo's house and we get the beer and we bring it down.
Oh, he's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got the cart. We can take the
Yeah,
cart up.
up.
While there's a police inspector in town, amazing.
No, the police inspector's on the way
He's
out.
on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
So we're
scouring.
gonna get the confiscated beer and we're gonna give it to the town people so that they can understand that we are by far the best option.
That's how demagoguery works.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're gonna make Greymore great again.
So, the fate of Greymore is undetermined and well, or it could end extremely horribly. But I think this adventure has reached its conclusion.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But I truly wonder what you guys would do if you like have a political struggle with Eileen over.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Play that out.
That would be fascinating.
All right. So the game is Alas for the Awful Sin.
Yes.
It's on Kickstarter right
It's
now.
freaking awesome.
Runs till the end of February.
22nd.
Till the
22nd.
22nd of February. So we've had the best time ever playing it. So if you've enjoyed watching, or indeed watching this, not live, but when you watch it, then please back it, and it'll be amazing, and you'll have immense amounts of fun. So thank you very much to Haley.
Link
and
to the
Veronica.
Kickstarter is in the description.
And
Links,
we'll
yes.
also, I reckon we'll do a short.
Are we going to
Video
stop the feed and then
afterwards?
come straight back?
No, I don't think we do. We won't stream it, but we'll, in the next few days there'll be some uploaded of interviews with the creators. So yeah.
Lovely. Thank you for being with us. Those of you who've been with us the entire time, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Stony, you
You
ended
rock,
up
man.
being the captain, and I'm
Stony.
so proud of you.
and despite the mutiny and the war that you started with the Italians and
And the French.
and the French, yes,
We're proud.
we're proud. And good luck with your sea venture. And those of you in the crew. If this YouTube thing worked, we'll do some more of them.
Yeah,
So,
love it.
Oh,
lovely.
and we've got a big announcement coming up. In the next few days, we're going to be announcing what that announcement is. I just want to
So
say
we've got an
been-
announcement announcing what our announcement is.
Yeah, that's very. It's very. I know.
Yep.
It's a Trumpism. So we've got some. We've been working very hard this week. We've got a big announcement coming up. I'm hoping this weekend, but you'll see soon. So So look at the Facebook page if you haven't seen that. Follow us on Facebook, and or here, and we can go from there.
Cool.
Thank you
Lovely.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.